Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, evening, wherever you may be in the corner of your world. My name is Marie, and this is Sit, Sip, and Knit, my little knitting podcast. For those of you that have been following me, again, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you liking and subscribing and following me through this journey of my knitting story, some crochet, and to those of you who might have just happened along, you're very welcome here, and I want to thank you for stopping by. And as always, I hope that you will like and subscribe in the box below. Leave me a comment of things you've been up to, introduce yourself if you're new, or if, like I said, if you've been following me, I love to hear your comments. I have a couple of you from all over the world that have messaged me and emailed me, and I really appreciate that. Again, my name is Marie. I'm coming to you from north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is very hot here today. As you can see, my hair's half up, half down, just a mess. But you know what? It's getting to be the middle of August, which is very hard to believe. But I'm sure a lot of you are looking forward to the fall season. I absolutely love the hot weather. Anybody that knows me knows I love the hot weather. But I also like thinking of fall and all the fall colors and all the fall knits and winter knits that are coming along with those seasons. Anyway, like I said, this is Sit, Sip, and Knit, so I hope you grab a cup or a glass of whatever you want to drink and join me. I have no finished objects this time. Okay, I take that back. I had one finished object, but I did give it to my son pretty quick. I tried to finish it pretty quick. My son and my daughter-in-law are headed, actually right now, to Alaska for a week's vacation. It's just amazing. Good for them. They are on their way to a journey. But I did finish, let me see, and I've showed on another podcast, I finished one hat for my son out of the Icelandic wool that he brought me from their trip to Iceland. So they go everywhere, which is just wonderful. But anyway, and he actually gave it to a best friend of his, the hat. So I told him that I would do another one for him out of that wool because he hand-picked it out for me and, like I said, brought it back from Iceland. And I wanted him to have this hat for his adventure to Alaska. So what it was, I made the August hat here, beautiful color work beanie. I did not put the pom-pom on it, but I did it in this brown kind of color and a burgundy color, and it's turned out so cute. It has this Latvian braid here, which was very fun to do. Very easy. The color work was easy. I've showed this yarn before, but it is the unspun wool, very sheepy, but very light, very airy, very warm, water repellent, if anybody knows about this type of yarn. It came from a shop in Iceland, so it did not have any, a lady in the shop actually did not sell it, but she had some and gave it to my son to bring home to me. Isn't that a wonderful thing? So like I said, I did finish that hat for him. So if I can, I'll put a picture in here, but I'll link that pattern for that cute hat if anybody wants to try. I'll link it in the description box below, just as I will any other thing that I talk about here. So let me grab a drink of my coffee. This is my third cup of coffee, so I did make it a decaf. Like I said, I love the hot weather. People might think I'm crazy. I drink my coffee on my sunny porch in this weather, but I am drinking decaf today, so. Okay, I do have a lot of works in progress, a lot of WIPs that I want to show you and share with you. Hopefully give you some ideas of things that you can start, some different colors from different makers, dyers. So I have a lot of things to share with you. I did want to go ahead and tell you that, and I'll put it below, you can email me at sitsipandknit at gmail.com. I can be reached there. You can message me here below. I am also on Instagram as mariealaines, and I'll put that below, and also on Facebook as mariealaine, and on Ravelry. Ravelry, I do have I put out a thread out there, and it about anybody that wants to post any WIPs, works in progress, this summer that you may have pulled out and gotten finished. I thought that it's a good time in the summer to pull out those little things and finish up some things before the Christmas knitting or the fall knitting gets in full swing here. I did finish one WIP, and I was very happy that I did that. But like I said, I have a thread out there, and I'll link it below. You can go ahead and post in there. And I was running, am running still a little, I'll give a prize to one of the subscribers in my Ravelry group that does post a picture of something that they pulled out, a WIP that has been languishing, as I called it. Go ahead and finish that up and put the picture and some information in that Ravelry thread, and let me show you a prize. I said I would give till the end of August, so if you have some things that you finished this summer, spring, whatever, starting let's say May through August 31st, and you want to put it below and share what you've done, what you finished, you can win this little prize package here. You may have seen I did a sock, basic sock out of this yarn. I did purchase two from this dyer. Let me show you here. The dyer is a Yarn to Dye for Designs, and I'll put that information below. How's that go? There we go. And anyway, this sock set here is the colorway is a 4th celebration. It's a beautiful sock set, and I did work up, like I said, this did finish one pair of socks. There are, let's see, this base is her Pisces base, I think it says here, 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. It is 50 grams or 231 yards for the main color, and the little one here is 20 grams or 93 yards, and it will finish a set of socks for you, or whatever you want to put it in. You can do a pair of little mitts or something, but anyway, it is wonderful yarn. I love the socks, and those were on another podcast, so you can go back and check those out. But anyway, I finished my socks in this for the 4th of July here in the US, but you can use this beautiful set for whatever you wish. Again, that is a prize here for I will draw a comment from that Ravelry group, and like I said, I will put that information below. You have until the 31st of August to get something in there. I was calling it WIPS in languishing WIPS, but you're welcome to post something in there and share it with the group. If you have any questions, you can always email me. But that is the little prize there for that, and I hope you'll take part in that. Let's see. So yes, I have a lot of WIPs going on. I started something new. I started a couple new things. Let me show you, and I'm not sure, I know I shared before that I had started a project here, a shorty socks called Pinky. See those there? They are beautiful. Trudy Hurtas, I think it is, and I'll put that information below, but you can see those beautiful, that pattern there. I did finish one, and I might have shown it, I'm not sure, but you can see it has a little bit of a cable running down there, and that beautiful pattern there on the front of the foot. I did the pattern is top down with a heel flap and gusset. So that's what I did, and that is my preferred way, but you can certainly change that up, I'm sure. But I finished one, and I have the other one started. Let me see here. And it's very fun to do, very quick. You can see here, I'm doing it on my Flexiflips. I've turned the heel, it's very quick and easy, so I'm working on that foot down to the toe. It shouldn't take me very long. This is that yarn that I think I mentioned before. I don't know where it came from. I don't have a label on it, but I do want to let you know that I do have it in this cute, and I know I showed it before, this little bird pouch here by My Needle Crafts, and I'll link that information below. It's a cute little bag with a little zippered pocket inside here, and I am using, here it is, My Needle Crafts. I'll show you that. But anyway, so that project is in that little bag, and I will finish it by next podcast. You can bet on that, because I need to finish these WIPs, my languishing WIPs. But also in that little bag, and I don't think I shared this before, but in this cute little pouch here, I bought a sock set from, let me show you here, Knitty by Nature Shop. I will link her information below. It came with this lovely pin here. It is a pin, see? But it has the Kitchener stitch reminder on it, so you can put that on your bag. I just happen to keep it in the little pouch, beautiful little organza pouch it came with. It also came with a darning, the bent tip darning needle, which I find essential for my sock knitting, so I just keep it in there. And it came with a little container, look how cute that is, with some very sweet stitch markers, which I'm using on all kind of projects. See how sweet that is. And here's some little, for sock, it's a sock knitting set. See how adorable that is? So anyway, that all came together in this cute little pouch. Again, it is Knitty by Nature Shop, and you might want to check her out. She has some really cute stitch markers, progress keepers, and lots of other things out on her shop. So that is all in my little sock bag. Along with, okay, I was doing that sock, and then I purchased another skein of sock yarn. I don't think I showed it before, but it's by Fibernymph Dye Works here, and I will put that information below. I'll show you this here. But anyway, it's on her Bedazzled base. She does have a podcast. She's in Pennsylvania here, actually. Not too far from me, but anyway, go out and check her out. Her podcast is lovely. I just love it. And her yarn is to die for. And this is on her Bedazzled base. See this here? And I just had to purchase it. The colorway is called Driving PA, East to West. And of course I live here in Pennsylvania, so I just had to get it. It's her self-striping, 5 stripes, 75 superwash merino, 20% nylon, and then 5% stellina. It is 438 yards, and I am going to tell you, I love this. Now, anybody that knows me, this is not really colors that I would gravitate to. I love the name, of course, because it's Pennsylvania, Driving Pennsylvania, but look at how this is striping up. Is that the most beautiful colorway? Look at that. Look at those colors. You can see the sparkle in it also. And I am just doing, as soon as I got it, of course, I had to cast it on. So I put the other sock aside, and if anybody knows me, I mean, I love doing lace work. But when it comes to socks, I like the colors to show. So doing a little bit of a fiddly pattern on a sock is cute, but give me some self-striping, beautiful yarn and a simple, basic sock recipe, and I am making some socks. Isn't this cute? It is my basic sock recipe. I like to do a 2x2 rib here. I like to have a bigger cuff. It's about maybe I think it's 20 rows I do. Maybe it's about 2 inches. But anyway, I do German twisted cast on. I do 64 stitches. These, I believe, are on a, I don't even know, on a size 1 needle. I think these are size 1 needle, US 1. But anyway, I do top down. I'm doing the leg a little bit longer than I normally do because I just had to see the striping. I do my heel flap and gusset, and that's what I'm doing. Just a basic sock recipe. I love the sparkle, of course, but look at these colors. They're just so cute. But anyway, so that is Fibernymph Dye Works. Again, I'll link that information below. And also her podcast. You'll have to check her out there. All right, so that's all in this little bag, my little sock knitting bag here. All right, so that's one work in progress here. Let's see what else. Let me show an update on my Habitation throw. The Habitation throw is by Helen Stewart. I am using, and I've had this in other podcasts, so I'm not going to go over the yarn too much. It's a scrappy project. I think the pattern is done with just a fingering weight. I am holding it double with a main color DK weight, and then just grabbing sock scraps as I go. And I am making it quite big, and I'm in the middle of a row, of course. I probably should have finished the row before I decided to show you this, but you can see it is huge. It's probably about, see all the colors there? I'm just going along, picking colors that I have scraps of. It's a corner to corner, so it is going to be square. It's about 5 foot now, and I think I'll go another foot. I'll make it 6 foot, the side 6 foot before I turn to finish out the square. Like I said, it's corner to corner. So it's going to be a pretty big blanket here. Let me show you. It's in a bag with just a standard bag I had around the home, but this is what I'm holding it double with. And I'll link that pattern below. And if you want to see yarn specifics, they are in another podcast, and you might want to go back and check those out. But anyway, I am really making progress on this. It is hot, so I'm not sitting on the porch doing this. I'll do it in the evening when my husband has the air conditioning blowing, and actually it keeps me nice and warm. But anyway, very fun project. Use up your scraps. You could do worsted scraps, you could do whatever you want, and just mix and match there. And I'm just using the whole ball of whatever scrap I have. So some of the stripes are a little smaller than others, but you know what? I am using up my yarn, and I love that. So anyway, that's my habitation throw. Something that another thing, well, I put these other things aside to start whatever got in my head. It was one day it just happened to be a little chilly here, believe it or not, and I had my little grandson, and I thought he needs a little sweater. I made him one last fall, but of course, as kids do, he is now 2.5, so I'm sure he's outgrown that one that I made last fall. So I was looking for a pattern to make him another one, and I put everything aside to go ahead and start him a sweater. And to tell you the truth, it's almost finished. It's worsted weight. Let me first let me grab out the yarn and everything here, the yarn label. Okay, so let me show you the pattern here. It's called Elwood. See that little, it's like a shawl collar type cardigan for, it goes up to actually from size 6 months to 10 years. It's a 2-color stripe. It shows in the pattern. I'm just doing it 1 color. It is adorable, so you'll have to, you can go out and check that out. Again, it's Elwood by Jenny Wiebe. I'm not sure, but I'll link that below. And I am doing it in Encore Tweed by Plymouth Yarn. This is a, and I might have shown on the last podcast, yarn I picked up at a little shop called Fran's Knitting Boutique. I believe it was in Florida. I'm not sure. I'll look up her information. I think I did put it in the last podcast also. But just on our trip down to Florida, stopping at a yarn shops that were along the way, I did pick up some of this yarn with the intention, actually, I did know I wanted to make my grandson a sweater. So the colorway, let me tell you the colorway here. It just gives, the color number is 5854. And this is 75% acrylic and 22% wool, 3% rayon. It is machine washable, good for a 2.5-year-old. Anyway, so, and this is going to be kind of hard to show also because I am working the shop. Excuse me, I think I have hiccup. I think I need another. There's nothing in here but coffee, believe me. But anyway, so this is how far along I am. I'll show you the back here. It might be a little bit easier to see. This is the back with the ribbing on the bottom done. See that? Top down, raglan construction, split for the sleeves, and I have the sleeves to do yet. But the front here, it's bunched up on my circular needles, but you can see there's some short row shaping in the back, because this 2x2 rib here is the shawl collar, and then you work around from the bottom up through the neck and down through the other side to do the, I just did the buttonholes, and it has this, so I'm doing the front bands here, you see here, and then up and around the neck and doing the ribbed collar. It went so quick. This is, I think, well, these are a size 6. I think it was a size 7 and a 6 needle. But anyway, it is, like I said, worsted weight yarn, so it's going by very quick with that little tweed in it. Isn't that just beautiful? But anyway, yes, so I'm almost done with the shawl collar, and then I'll just pick up and go around for the sleeves. So that'll be done. That'll be a finished object for next podcast, I'm sure. So I'm hoping to have 2 pairs of socks done, and this done for the next podcast. And it is in, let me show you, I know I showed you this before. Look at this darling chicken bag here. And this is by MLDthreadz with a Z. That's Mary there. From South Carolina. I have a couple of her bags. They are wonderful, well made. And this is the lady, Mary, who actually custom made me this needle cozy for my Flexiflips, because a lot of the other cozies that I found are too short for the Flexiflips, and she did this one for me. I believe she has them in her shop, or you might ask her. Just perfect. So anyway, I have that project in that bag there. All right. So my little grandson will be getting his sweater for fall, hopefully. And then I did start my other grandson. Okay, so this grandson is 2.5. My other grandson is 17, and they moved about, I don't know, an hour and 45 minutes away from us. They just used to live across the river here, and we went out to visit, and this boy has a head of hair. I'm talking thick head of hair, and he always wears a hat, and the hat he had a hole in it, and I was down there, and believe it or not, I had nothing in my bag to repair that hat for him. Anyway, and it was a hat he loved. It was a 2x2 rib hat. So, and he said he loved it because it was loose, it was light, and it fit him, fit all his hair in there. So, of course, Grandma went home and dug out some yarn. The one he had was gray, and I found this beautiful. He has blue eyes, and I thought this would be beautiful on him. And Grandma just decided to pick up and knit a 2x2 ribbed hat. Now this yarn, it is another no-name yarn that I just had in my stash, actually balled up from I don't even know what. It's not the greatest texture, but you know what? It's serving the purpose here. And to tell you the truth, I think it's a superwash wool. So I might have got it on Craftsy years ago, when it was Craftsy years ago. But anyway, so Grandma is making him a slouch 2x2 rib hat, and it is almost done. But I put it down because then I second guess myself. Is it long enough? I don't know. So I'll have to take it next time I visit, try it on him, and then I'll finish it up. I think it's about ready for the decreasing. But anyway, just a basic 2x2 rib hat. I was looking at the sock head hat. I don't know if anybody has done that hat before. It's on fingering weight. It's a slouchy hat, but it wasn't ribbed all the way up. But that's a good place to start if you wanted to see about doing a lightweight fingering slouchy hat. And I'll link that one below. It's called the sock head hat. It's quite popular. But anyway, so that is another work in progress there. Almost done, but like I said, I put it aside so that I can be sure that it's as long as he wants it. Let's see, I did want to talk about there's a lovely new young podcaster out there, and don't quote me, but I think she's in Ireland. I am not sure now. But I'll link her podcast below. She is a new knitter and a new knitting podcaster. And she has already come up with a pattern. She has a pattern out there. And here is, let me show you this. Her name is Brogan, and she has the Woolly Witchcraft podcast. She's very sweet, but anyway, she came up with this pattern. Let me show you here. It's called, actually, she says here, the name of it is Bear, and here it is, right here. See this beautiful little, it's a headscarf with this wheat pattern on it here. I think it's a DK weight. Anyway, I saw it and I just loved the pattern, and it's for a headscarf. So it's probably what I love the pattern, and I thought to myself, it's not something I would wear. I wonder if I could make it bigger as a neck scarf. But then actually yesterday, my daughter came in with a headscarf on her head, like this, the triangular scarf on her head. And I said to myself, oh my goodness, I guess, you know, I'm too old to wear that. I don't know. But anyway, my daughter had one, and I showed her this pattern, and she said love. She loved it. So she went up and picked some yarn out of my stash, and I bought the pattern. It is a paid-for pattern. So, you know, give it a try if you have any teenagers, or maybe you wear them. I don't. I probably could put this hair up with. But anyway, my daughter loved it. So this is the yarn she picked out. She also wanted a cream one, so I'll have to do that one also. But this here, you can see, said it would be beautiful for fall, and it certainly will. This is Malabrigo. Let me see here, which one? It's the Silky Merino. It is a DK weight, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, it's Malabrigo's Silky Merino, and this is the colorway. Piedra? Is that how you say that? I'm not sure. But anyway, that is the colorway there. So this should just be enough to do that headscarf with. So I wanted to show you that and share Brogan's new pattern and give her some love, and hope you will check out her podcast out there. Like I said, she is a fairly new knitter. I'm fairly certain. Very new podcast also, and already has this beautiful pattern out there. So anyway, check that out, and that is, hopefully it'll be a finished object for the next podcast also. I have high hopes, but like I said, I wish I was someone that could work on something continuous until I finished it, but I love to go from project to project. I love to take something that the child's sweater. We had a lovely evening at my nephew's new home, and I took that sweater. I was on the body and just doing stocking neck stitch. Can sit there and chat and talk and have a glass of wine even and do that stocking net stitch. That's how I got that far on that project. Something like the sock with the more complicated lace pattern I save for when I have some brain power in the evenings usually, or early in the morning. When I come home from work, I'm usually tired, so that's when I like to do my basic sock, self-striping socks. I wonder if that's something that you guys do. But anyway, and it seems that with all those different WIPS, I end up with a lot of finished objects all at one time, and that's very satisfying. So anyway, that's how I do it. And speaking of actually new projects, so Bear, I want to go ahead and I will be casting that on. Maybe I'm going to finish the sweater first. I believe I'll finish that sweater first, and then I'll cast on this headscarf. And then I went ahead and signed up for a mystery knit along, and maybe it's something you guys can do along with me. Not sure if that's something you'd be interested in or not. It is by Casapinka. She is a well-known designer out there. I found her information on Ravelry. I'm sure there are other places you can find her if you don't use Ravelry, but that's where I went, on Ravelry. It is a mystery knit along, and it starts, today is August 10th, I believe, that I'm filming this, and the first clue comes out August 14th, I believe. But she does have the information out there on the yarn that you need if you want to gather up the yarn that you need. She does say, I'll show you it here. I'm not even sure, the Snarkometer pre-clue Casapinka. Anyway, again, I'll link that below, the Ravelry group below, where you can go out and find the information there. It does call for 4 balls of fingering weight yarn. I think it's, let me see here, a total of 1,600 yards. She does say it is going to be a rectangular scarf wrap, type wrap, I guess. So you could use it as a scarf, as a wrap, that type of thing. So that interested me. The 4 colors, switching out, different patterns along the way. She'll put clues out. It may be, is it going to be 6 clues? I'm not sure, over 6 weeks. Don't quote me on that, but you can go out and check that out. But I thought, you know what? I want to try that. I've done other mystery knit-alongs, and you never know what you're going to get. This one is rectangular, and I thought that would be great. But anyway, she did have out there Miss Babs yarn out there, different sets. I think it's in conjunction with Miss Babs yarn, but you don't have to. You can use yarn that's in your stash, or pick something from your stash, and you might have to get another skein or something like that. For colors, she does tell you, they should be solid or tonal. Maybe one is speckled, something like that. But anyway, let me show you. I went ahead and purchased a kit because if you know me in color, I just, I can't make up my mind. You know what colors, I think if you know me, if you've watched this podcast, you know what colors I do like. Jewel tones, sparkly, whatever. But I have the hardest time putting colors together. But anyway, so I went ahead and I thought, you know what, I'm going to purchase a kit. I'm going to order it. I'm going to get it ready. There is a Ravelry group out there. You can go out and see the different colors that other people have chosen. That's a good way of doing it also. But anyway, let me show you my colors here in this kit. Like I said, it is by Miss Babs. The kit is. It is, let's see. There are 4 colors. I'll tell you the colors here as I go along. But anyway, here, if I can hold them all up, here, and look, it matches my dress today. So if anyone knows me, they know I love purples. I love purples and greens. I love sparkle. So this has a little bit of everything. Look at this. Is that just gorgeous? Okay, this one has the sparkle in it and the variegated colors. All right, and that one is called Zombie Prom. Isn't that adorable? This one here is called Moss, and it's a mossy green. It's just beautiful. Fingering weight. These are fingering weight. This one is called Wolfbane. That burgundy. Gorgeous. See that? Okay. And then this one is Fleur de Sol, I think. Anyway, it's a gray. Is that beautiful? It's like a taupey gray. So that would just go beautiful with this that I have on. Anyway, so this is my kit for that mystery knit along. And I am very excited to start that, and I'll show you my progress on the next podcast. I should have a couple of the clues done. If you are doing it, I will be sure and let you know that that I'm going to show you a clue. So in case you haven't gotten that far, but anyway, that's my hope, that I will be able to keep up with this knit along with all the other things that I have that I want to finish. And this, along with that yarn, I got a couple little stitch markers there. I'll show you that. So anyway, that's the information there. But I'll also link that below. And like I said, maybe you want to do it along with me. That would be great. And anybody that knows me knows that if you, and I'm sure that, along with that mystery knit along, there's a lot of help. There's a lot of help in the Ravelry group. But I am always open to any questions you might have about anything. So if you want to start that and you get stuck along the way, I'm here. You can always bounce things off of me, and I will help you out. All right, so that is, I think that's about it. I do want to mention, I know I have viewers from all over the world, actually, which is really cool. I haven't really picked up many new viewers, but I do appreciate those that I have, and the ones that I do have tell me that they really appreciate the podcast. So I am doing it for you guys, along for myself also, because meeting new friends in other places is just wonderful to me. Anyway, those of you that might be in the area, and like I said, that's how I started this podcast, with the local Knitty people that were in my area when my little knitting shop closed, and when the pandemic started and we couldn't get together. That's one reason I started this podcast. But I was approached by the local community college here, in Beaver County, Pennsylvania, the Beaver Community College, to do a fall new knitting class, beginner knitting class. And what a wonderful opportunity. So I wanted to let anybody that is maybe local in the area, or anyone that knows anybody that wants to maybe learn to knit, or if you just want to join the class and just for some fellowship with other knitters at the community college here, I would love to have you sign up. I am going to be doing, like I said, a beginner knitters class. Everyone will be getting this book along with a skein of yarn and needles and a pattern that we will do a headband, a beginner's project headband. But this book alone, I think, is worth it. But anyway, that will be starting this fall, I believe in September. I don't have, actually this Wednesday I'll get all the specifics on that. And if anybody is interested or knows anybody that's interested, that's local here and wants to come to the class, you can message me below, email me, whatever you like, and I'll get you more information on that. But it should be a wonderful time, and what a wonderful opportunity for me. Anybody, like I said, that knows me knows I love to teach. So again, if you have any questions or need any help on any of your projects, or have any ideas, or just want to chat or introduce yourself, please leave a comment below or go ahead and email me. And also remember that the end of August, I'll have that drawing for anybody who posts a finished object in my Ravelry thread. Like I said, that information will be below. You have a great chance of winning, because so far I only have one person out there. So there you go. There's your opportunity to like, subscribe, share, and maybe win this beautiful sock set. But anyway, that's my time for today. I will be back in probably about 3 weeks to show you my progress on all my works in progress, and on my the knit along, the mystery knit along. So please leave me a comment below, and as always, I hope you have you're happy, safe, healthy, with your family and friends. Get together if you can, whether it's through something like this podcast here, or if you are lucky enough to have been vaccinated and get together. I wish you very happy knitting. Thank you.